Ailsie and Willis.
Who?
Ailsie.
Ailsie.
Yeah.
Ailsie. A-I-L.
L-C-Y. Ailsie May, right?
Ailsie Mae Pruitt.
That's it. How about,
Klaus.
yep. How about this one? Uncle Ken. Ken Pruitt.
Ken.
And then there was Louise.
Who?
Louise?
Louise.
No, skip Louise. Forget Louise. Marguerite.
Marguerite and Hazel.
Hazel. I knew it was something to do with a hurricane. I don't know what I'm talking about, though. I'm sorry about Louise. Oh, Every Little Breeze, and I must have associated that with hurricane. I'm trying to get out of this. Because in 53 or 4, they had a hurricane named Hazel. So it was an honest mistake. You're not following me, are you?
No.
Oh, okay. Which is good, because I'm going down a rabbit trail. Then there was, you remember the Bartlett family?
Bartlett?
Yeah,
Preacher Bartlett.
yeah. You know, I use those gentlemen for plumbing. Harold Bartlett was one of the sons of Preacher Bartlett, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. He's up in his 70s, so that's about right, I guess.
Now.
Yeah. And then there's a whole bunch of them in the Asheville area. Ernest Bartlett, you ever hear that?
Ernest was their father.
Okay, well this must be another son named Ernest or something. There's a bunch of them that do plumbing.
Ernest Bartlett.
They're all good Christians though. And then there's a lot of grandsons that still plumb apparently. Because we've been using a guy named Russell Bartlett. And I think his father is Ernest Bartlett. But I could be all wrong.
What about more family?
Yeah.
Talk Lib and
Oh, yeah,
Charlotte
Lib.
and
Yeah, we got together with Lib, and she said to send her love to you.
Who lived?
Lib
And Regina.
and Marla, they were all there. The folks that we got together with at J&S when you were up there a couple of years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
Daryl.
Charlotte.
I think she's related to Uncle Henry or Charlie or something.
her son is Daryl.
I don't know who Charlotte is, but I'm sure I do.
You would know her if we were at the, she was at the dinner that we had. And, yeah, definitely. Lib as spry as can be. She's almost 80.
Really?
Yeah. That's your cousin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's Aunt Thelma's daughter.
Yeah. Did they only have one?
They had a son. Died
He died.
in the war.
That's what I was thinking. World War II? Wow. Were they old enough to have somebody in World War II?
I'm pretty sure he died in World War II.
I don't think Aunt
Mother's
Thelma
name
had
was
any
John
more.
Jr.
She said she doesn't think they had any more.
And they did. They had a son.
Something about that rings a bell with me. Hey, what about Aunt Sue?
She never got married.
No. She lost a finger or something in a wringer washer or something, didn't she?
Yeah, I think she did, or did something to her hand.
Yeah. She was sweet.
Yeah,
I remember Aunt Maud and Uncle Clarence
yeah.
and their boys, James and Jack and
James,
Jarvis. The Jarvis boys.
James Jarvis.
But there was a Jack Jarvis too. Good grief, who else was out there? You had an Uncle Henry, didn't you?
Yeah. was
Was that your mother's brother?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay, how many were there? Was Maud and Ailsie?
Let's see.
Thelma?
Elsie was the oldest, as my mother.
Right.
And I guess Maud was next.
Okay.
And there's two boys,
Henry?
Henry and
Charlie?
Charles and Henry.
Okay. Wow.
And then, who?
Kitty Sue?
Oh yeah, Kitty Sue. She was older than some of them.
And Thelma.
Who?
Thelma.
Thelma. Thelma was the baby.
Wow. So there was 4 girls and 2 boys?
I guess that was right.
That sounds about right. Kitty Sue, Maud. No, wait a minute. Yeah. Thelma. Did we miss one? Kitty Sue, Maud, Thelma, and Granny. There's 4 girls, and Henry and Charlie.
Yeah.
All right. So,
What about the other side?
2 boys.
Uncle Ralph and
oh yeah.
all
and
of
then
those.
Tell us all your brothers and sisters.
Ralph and Bob.
Yeah.
Mama, you need to start at the top.
Huh?
You need to
with-
start at the top.
Start with your half brother or sisters.
Oldest.
Oh, Ken and Marguerite.
Ken wasn't the oldest, was
no,
he?
no, Ken was.
Was it
Marguerite
Tace? Was
Hazel, Marguerite was the oldest, I believe.
wasn't Tace?
She's saying Tate?
Huh?
Tate?
Tace.
Tace was the oldest.
Taste.
There you go.
Tace was the oldest.
Taste. All right. I didn't know we had
Tace, T-A-C.
She's buried over there at
Green
the
Hill.
cemetery. No, she buried over at the cemetery where her daddy's. No, I guess he's buried at Green Hill. She's buried in the one in town.
Riverside.
Riverside.
Cool.
No, yeah, is that right?
Yeah, where old Henry's buried.
Yeah,
Old
that's the one. Isn't she
Okay.
buried in Riverside Cemetery, Mama?
What?
Riverside.
Isn't Tace buried with her husband in Riverside Cemetery with your daddy's first wife? Aren't they buried at Riverside Cemetery?
in Asheville?
My daddy?
Yeah. No, not your daddy. Your daddy's first wife. Your daddy's buried at Green Hills next to Granny.
Well, anyway,
I can't remember.
think about that. But there was Tace, and then who?
And Hazel and Marguerite. Marguerite and Hazel.
Marguerite and Hazel.
Tace was the oldest, then Marguerite.
Then
Where did Harry come in there, Mother?
Harry and Ken were the youngest. I think.
wow. Are you saying that Ken was younger than you?
No.
I'm talking about the step
Well, they
or
were all
half.
older than
They're
me.
all older than Mother, and Mother's the oldest of the next group.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we got Tace and Marguerite and Hazel and Ken and Harry. Is that it? And then you and
Yeah,
Ralph
I
and
was
Bob
the
and Ralph.
second. I was
Well, but there's 2 other boys. There's Jack and
Oh, that was the little.
what was the other little boy's name, Mama?
Was that Mama's twin?
No. That was Leela. Lillian and Leela. And then next was Jack. What was the other boy's name who died? Mama. My brain is not working. I know their names and I have them
Jack
written.
was my brother.
I know, but there was another brother who died. You had 2 brothers who died. There were, or was it just Jack? No, weren't there?
It seems like it was just Jack, but I'm not sure.
Was he 5 when he died?
Who?
Jack.
Jack.
Was he 5?
I'm not sure.
He got sick.
He died when he was a baby, didn't he? Or little.
5. Wasn't he 5?
I can't remember.
Somewhere at home I
You
have this
remember
written
more
down.
than I do.
Well, you've told me a bunch.
Well, I'm glad I told you, but now I can't
I
remember.
thought there was another little boy. My brain is just not working today.
Mm.
Would you hand me that book?
This one?
Mhm.